頼まれた。お前の心臓がなぜか。
So you better respect Suda-san, baby. It's freaking Suda-san. It's every old man in every anime. Respect your elders, kids. You freaking diss my Suda-san, man. Useless kids these days. That's right. Respect Suda. Oh, this is awesome, man. It's the old man. He's always every old man ever. Suda-san. Kenji Suda coming in with a hug kill. This day, let me show you. it's way too funny, but it's sad. Oh my god. He owns them with a hug. So, hello everyone. Time for Chainsawman episode 10 review, right? A very somber episode in the beginning. And I feel this is where I really love Chainsawman. So that's the extra point here that they say in the live reaction is that first, I keep saying it, but anyway, first it's very, very sad and somber, right? And then it gets hilarious with the whole power, then it's sitting at trap for old man and so on. So, something I really love with Chainsawman, I wanted to point out here in the beginning of the review, is that it's just like a really weird anime, right? Where they have this, maybe I could compare it also to like Dragon Maid or something similar to that, or maybe like Osama Ranking or something, where it feels like it's two very, very different genres combined, right? So, for example, then in this anime you have this, you know, oh, it's action and it's comedy, it's weird, awkward, morbid comedy, right? And yeah, it's also very sad and it's horror and so on, right? It also kind of reminds me of, I said, Osama Ranking. Osama Ranking is also like kind of like a weird, wholesome anime, right? With the boy, you know, I'm not spoiling, but in the main character and Shadow when they're all happy and mom and so on, right? And then it's like sad and horror and death and weird and sad. Yeah, that anime is like wholesome, 50% horror, right? This anime is like 50% horror, sadness, morbid stuff, and then 50% like weird comedy. Yeah, so, I don't know. It's fun to point it out, right? It's just like an interesting anime in that sense. I feel how to combine it. So I think that's a huge, I'll say, huge drive for this anime, right? That it really combines these things. And I think this episode, and I guess when Koban is only stuck in the Eternity Devil, that's probably the two episodes I feel it's most, right? There's also like it's a death trap, it's kind of like here's Johnny, but at the same time it's a comedy, right? Here's like sadness, somber, but also comedy. So that's probably, I feel, the anime for me, it's why I love it so much. Yeah, it has this weird feeling to it. But I guess I would probably say similar to that. And I said Dragon Maid, but Dragon Maid is similar in the sense that it's like this weird, wholesome, ecchi comedy, yeah. I mean, it's not the same genre, but it's also combining genres you usually don't see, right? But King's Ranking is probably the one that is most... Not King's Game, which is the worst anime ever. King's Game, which is... You have King's Game, which is the worst anime ever. And then you have King's Ranking, which is an amazing anime, yeah. So maybe I said the wrong way, whatever. Let's talk about the episode. You know, he insulted them, whatever you call it, right? Yeah, she's pissed off, right? Since what... I'll say it. Since he owned them at the graveyard, right? And now she's prepared his blood trap. So that was my favorite scene. You see that power has placed, I don't know, like maybe a dozen bottles of blood, right? And she's like summoning the blood through the bottles. It's like a death trap, right? By throwing spear in front. She could probably done it better though, by throwing the spear and summoning at the same time. So it can be like a double attack. If you play a lot of fighting games, you can see the kind of the unblockable attack, right? But of course, Suda used dodges it, right? Badass old man. He was like, it's easy for me, man. Stupid kids these days. But definitely for me, right? Being a big ass Kenji Suda fan, of course he's in like every anime ever. Mushoku Tensei, right? Mao-sama, right? He's the voice actor. ID Invaded, etc. We can sit there for a long time and list his animes, but he's in every anime, right? Especially, of course, I think he probably got most famous, I think, to begin with, as overhaul, right, in Macadamia, when he played a bad guy in Macadamia, right, with his graspy voice, right. But he certainly almost always plays this guy, right. He's either a bad guy or he's an anti-hero, right. He's a seasonal veteran, you know, guy, Mr. Kaisen, right, same, almost looks the same character even, right, and he's like in every map anime. But he certainly plays his character perfectly well, yeah. He's just coming in and being like, children, you can't defeat me, you're all pathetic. Yeah, he really comes in with it. Yeah, he just gets in there and like, he just hugs them, and they're like, ah! He just beats them with hugging them, yeah. It's beautiful scene of friendship, man. He's coming in like, they will teach you young kids what to do, right? That was beautiful, it was beautiful. He was definitely beautiful, man. No, but I love him, man. He's a great voice actor, and he really, you know, carried his role, right? And hopefully it's gonna make them both stronger, right? Easily owns them right now. But it also, I think it was really funny, right? Because both of them are like, this man, we can take him easily. Oh, let's go! And they get owned immediately, right? It's 3 times in a row, yeah. So This scene is hilarious. I love it. This scene is hilarious. Wake up! Yeah, it's like power CPR style. This will heal you. It's like it's so stupid. Here we go. I got a plan, Denji. I got my genius kit with 5,000 IQ. Let's do it. I love this bit though. Power actually is a strategy. Power has genius strategy, but the old man is too badass. But I love that Power actually is like, I got my plan here. I mean, Danny's plan is just kind of like, I got an X. Yeah, I mean, Danny is just, yeah, he's a loser, man. Loser kid these days. They're lucky. I'm just lucky. I'm just lucky. Stupid lucky. And he just kills the leaves and like, oh, whatever. Important impress that boy. Yeah, just kills him and goes away. So, I think it's interesting. They bring him down into this like disgusting kind of bloody basement, right? And there's certainly a lot of backstory on this thing. I definitely would imagine, right? There's a lot of backstory probably on, you know, like what they're doing with the demons, you know, Makima's weird powers, right? This could connect to that. I mean, a lot of people have it here that Makima has more than one power, of course, or more than one contract. I guess that's a better way to say it. Because I think it's kind of weird. Let me say this first here. Of course, since last week, I read a lot of people talking about, you know, Makima theory and so on. And most people are saying, oh, she has to have more than one devil, one god or whatever, one demon contract or whatever. But I feel like, does she have to have one more? Like I said, in my theory last week, I felt like if she had the right demon, the right god there, right, you can have all those powers. So not necessarily, that's one point again. If you can have if you have a very, very powerful contract, right, you might get all the powers. But anyway, I digress. These things still connected to that somehow, right? That they have some kind of weird laboratory, and here's this. Oh, you remember this person? Oh, they're stuck down here in the basement, and now they have this like transformed into like a demon, I guess, or a fiend maybe. So if it's like next episode, probably we'll focus on this thing, right? And maybe give a little bit of world building, maybe explain a little bit more. I mean, one thing we don't really know, right? Coming as Meowy, right? One thing we really don't know is kind of the backstory, I guess. And what I mean the backstory, I mean like the kind of the world, the long lore backstory. Okay, how are humans and demons and fiends? How are they connected? How are they fighting? Whatever, right? Why is it happening? For what kind of thing? It's some dimensional porting or whatever. Like, we don't really know it true, like, but I don't think it's gonna be revealed next episode, not at all. But I mean, maybe some teasing moments, right? Maybe a little bit of. I would guess next episode is gonna talk a little bit about, okay, what is this thing? Why do we have this prison of like this transform humans or demons or whatever? I mean, it's a lot of cells down there, right? So you can have different kind of fiends or whatever. It's probably a collection of different freaks, so to speak, right? In the prison, yeah, and it's like under a bloody basement. Probably has a bunch of different powers and people and so on, right? So yeah, I'm hoping for a little bit of like a lore dump, I guess, next episode, to some extent, right? But again, I don't think it's gonna explain everything in this episode. Probably just a little bit like, okay, here's this thing and that thing, right? But anyway, guys, please subscribe and so on, of course. I'm gonna do the manga read and check out. Do a video probably after the winter though. Do a massive unboxing. I don't know. I've got so much stuff to open up, man. Yeah, and you can guess what's inside these boxes. This one here is pretty clear. It's like a flat thing, so this is pretty clear. Got way too much stuff now. Way too much stuff. But I guess you guys have a great day.